I was going to show you how to shoot beautiful panoramic landscapes of a mountain sunset at the top of Mount Kablar. But I was in a hurry and the hike turned out to be too difficult. And by the time I reached the top, I was completely exhausted. And I had to spend a half an hour just to catch my breath. I realized that I wouldn't be able to make the long journey home, so I rented an apartment to spend the night and leave in the morning. I arrived to his house and looked around, and we have to talk about it.
Probably the renting this exact house was a most amazing decision I made last several months. I'll try to show you. I'll try to lift it up a bit. This is the river and those are the rocks and the stars above. Probably you cannot see anything here, but just believe me, this is spectacular. And now instead of just watching some series and get rest, I'm here by the bank of this river and I'm about to take a huge long exposure of these spectacular rocks mirroring in this dark water because it's absolutely calm. I want to find some composition with these rocks reflecting in this water. At least I'll try. I set ISO to 3200 f3.5, which is widest aperture I got, and 30 seconds of exposure. And as you can see, I put my camera as low as I can to the surface of water. Thanks God I have my foldable tripod plate, so it's pretty easy to switch vertical to horizontal and vice versa. The link is in the description. I just love this dark mirror of the water here. Renting this apartment was an accident, but was a happy accident. This is like an adventure. I rented a random apartment and I see all these beautiful rocks around. It's a nice surprise after this exhausting hike. This is like a reward. Here is the road above, and fortunately I've got some light trails of some car passed by this road. This is interesting, at least interesting. I can hear another car, so I will try, yet another time, and I will try not to fall down to this zero cold water. This is something special. Today, above the mountain, I was thinking like I spent my only day off to shoot a nice video for you guys, and I failed, like completely failed. I wasn't able to speak, I wasn't able to breathe on the top of this mountain. But the main value of today's exercise is you should never give up. Now I'm shooting at f3.5, ISO 800, just 800 because everything is lit up by the moon and some buildings around. So here is some light pollution. This is the trail of the just some air jet, probably. But I believe this trail adds some kind of line of interest in the sky. I decreased my ISO to 800 and I decreased my shutter speed to just 20 seconds because some of my occasional neighbors turned a lot of lights, and those lights are pretty bright, so I got a lot of light on the rock. The most difficult part in the star shooting is the focusing. So I want to share one advice that helps me a lot all the time. Switch your camera to manual mode. Tap to focus on the most bright star you can see on your screen, and then manually adjust the focus until this star would be a smallest and sharpest dot on your screen. This is very important. It should be the small dot and the sharp dot. And if you switched on your focus picking with some reds, for example, as I do, this dot will be red and small, and that means the stars are in focus. At least I hope so. And please let me know in the comments which method are you using to focus the stars. Maybe I don't need these stars. I just love this scene as it is. And I'm looking forward to shoot the exact same scene in the morning, because I've got a hope for fog tomorrow morning. This place is phenomenal. It's really visual luxury, even with this flat light. So calm. I really want to take a shot of this bright red boat and all those reflections. Just for the reason, like, not to regret about that later. I want to take several shots in this direction on the left side of the river. And since my IBIS is on, I can shoot all this beauty handheld. To emphasize this autumn scene, I have to get really low, and it's nice to find some bright subject for the foreground, even with all these beautiful reflections. And I will use these yellow leaves as a foreground point of interest for this shot. I'll show you right now. As you can see, I've got some canopies over here to balance this rock, and I've got these leaves here in this frame, and I believe all together works amazing in this composition. I'm not sure if it works, but I'll try to shoot some boat through the frame of this tree. Focus on the board, ISO 640, f8, quarter of the second for exposure. It's way easier when I'm struggling to find any composition, when I'm struggling to find the subject. But here I've got nothing to complain about, except the lack of my own skills. I have no bloody idea how I'll edit this video after all, because I got some footage from the mountain, from the drone, and I've got a lot of footage from here, from this place. If you want to support my channel, here is a link in the description to do so. And personally, I would start. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. If you find this video at least a bit entertaining, let me know in the comments what do you think about this place. Seems like comments are way more important for the bloody algorithm, and comments are definitely way more important for me. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.
Ciao.